Hi guys, welcome to Code Bashers. In this video, I will be discussing the InfinityQ final round coding questions. Now this is part 3 of this series. Part 1 and part 2 are already been uploaded on my channel. So make sure that after watching this video, you watch part 1 and part 2 also. The link of those videos will be given in the description box. So guys, if you are new to this channel, please hit the subscribe button, as well as please join the Telegram group, because I post regular updates on the different companies which are coming and the questions which are getting asked in them. So as now let's not waste more time and let's start the video. And before starting the video, please make sure to hit the like button as well as the subscribe button for this channel. Okay, so first of all, I will be reading you the question, then I will be telling you the approach of this question, and then I will be dry running that approach on a particular example, and in the end section I will be showing you the codes for both Java as well as Python. So now let's first read the question. Okay, so we are given an array of integers and a number sum. Print total number of pairs in the array whose sum is equal to the given number sum. Okay, so let's not just name this sum, let's just name it target, and here also target. So now let's just read again. So given an array of integers and a number target, print total number of pairs in the array whose sum is equivalent to the target number. Okay, so in this question we are given an input array, and then we are given a target variable, that is target variable in it is -2. So we have to find all the pairs, all the number of pairs in this particular array whose sum is equivalent to this target variable. So in this particular example, you can see that this -3 plus 1 gives us -2. So here we have found one pair only. In this entire array only one pair is present, so we will output 1, that only one pair is present. In the second input we are given this array and the target variable is 0. Let's just say our target value is 0. So we can see that in this entire array we do not have any pair whose sum is equivalent to this target. So in the output we will print 0, that we have not found any pair whose sum is equivalent to the target. Now let's just read the approach of this question. So see, one of the naive approach that will be coming into your mind is that what if we find all the pairs inside this array and then find their sum and then compare it with the target. So the approach is correct, but it is of high time complexity. If you will find every pair inside an array, the time complexity will be n square. That is a high time complexity. But the approach we will be discussing in this video will be of n log n. So n log n is smaller than n square. So therefore we have to prefer n log n for solving such problem. So let's just first read the approach, and after reading this approach I will be dry running this approach on a particular example. So approach is, first of all, what we'll do, we'll simply sort the array. So we are given an input array, we will simply sort the array. We will take two pointers, one is I and another one is j. We will start I with 0 index. We will first of all point I to 0 index, and then we will be pointing j to the last index, that is the n-1 index. Now we will run a while loop with condition I less than j. So if this condition is fulfilled, then the while loop will keep running, and if this condition breaks, then our while loop will stop. So the condition is I less than j. Now for every iteration in this while loop, what we have to do, we have to perform ARR of I plus ARR of j, that is we have to take pair of the element present at ith index and the element that is present at the jth index. Now once we have summed these values, now we have to check the three conditions. See, if our sum is equivalent to the target, so let's just here say, so ARR I plus ARR j is equivalent to sum. Now if our sum is equivalent to the target, then what we'll do, we will simply do count plus plus, that is we have found a pair and we will simply do count plus plus, and then what we'll do, we will simply do I plus plus, that is our I variable will now point to the next index and our j variable will be pointing to the, we will do j minus minus, and our j variable will now be pointing towards the one before the current j. Now this was the first condition. Now second condition is that if our sum is greater than the target, so if our sum is greater than the target, so then what we'll do, then see, this sum is greater than the target and we know that the array is sorted. So what we'll do, we have to reduce this sum, and how we can reduce this sum? By simply moving the jth index to j minus minus. So this thing will be more clear when we will be doing our dry run on an example. Now the last condition is that if our sum is less than the target, so it means that we have to increase this value of sum to reach target. So how we can increase the value of sum? We can simply do I plus plus, because our array is sorted. So I hope the approach is clear. If not, let's see the dry running of this approach on a particular example. So see, this is our input array. So input array was like this. Input array was like this, but we have sorted the array. So first of all, we have sorted the array. So after sorting the array, it has become -3, -1, 0, 1, 2. Now this is a count variable. Count variable store the number of pairs which will be whose sum is equivalent to the target variable. Initially it is 0 and a target is given to be -2. Now what is current sum? Here current sum represents the sum of element at ith index plus the sum present element at the jth index. Now we will start I with 0 index and j with n-1 index. So you can see that I is starting with 0 index and j with n-1 index. So what we will do? We will first find the current sum. So current sum is ARR of I plus ARR of j. So it is -3 plus 2 is -1. So see, now our sum is -1 and our target is -2. So it means that our current sum, our sum is greater than the target. Our sum is greater than the target. It means that this condition, that is our sum is greater than the target. Now we have to reduce this particular sum. We have to reduce this particular sum. How we can reduce this particular sum? See, we know that our array is sorted. So what if we will move this j, if we will move this j with one position to the left, the value at j will be smaller than previous value. You can see that 1 is smaller than previous value. So what we will do in this condition, we will simply do else j minus minus, that is our current sum is greater than the target. So we have to reduce the sum. So for reducing the sum, we will do j minus minus. So now again we will be calculating our current sum. So current sum will be -3 plus 1 -2. So -2. So you can see that here our target is equivalent to the sum. So it means that we have found a pair. So when we have found a pair, what we'll do is simply do count plus plus, that is one pair have been found. So now the role of this particular I element and this particular element is over. For this particular condition, what we'll do, we will do I plus plus, so that our I value will go one step ahead, and we will do j minus minus, so that our j value will be coming one step towards the left. Now again what we'll do, we will find the current sum. Now what is the current sum? It is -1 plus 0. So -1 plus 0 is -1 only. So you can see that our current sum is greater than the target. Our current sum is greater than the target value. Now we have to reduce the current sum. So how we will be reducing it? We will simply do j minus minus. So we will simply do j minus minus. So now I and j will be at same position. So but remember, our while loop was running till only at that point till our I is less than j. So at this particular condition, I is equivalent to j, so our while loop will not run. So again we will not be calculating this current sum again. So in the end, after this loop is over, we will simply print the value of count. So you can see that our value of count is 1. So we will simply print count, that only one pair has been found with the target as their sum. So this was the entire approach. I hope you are clear after I have dry run this approach on this example. Now we will be looking at the code of both Java as well as Python. Now the Java code. See, in Java code, first of all in this question we have to take our array size as input, then the array values as input, and then the target sum as input. So total 3 things we have to take as input. So this entire thing till here, what we are doing, we are taking our array size as input, that is n. We are forming an array, and then we are taking all the elements of array as input, and then after that we are taking our target value as input, that is sum. In this sum variable we are taking as input. So these lines correspond to the input only. So now we will follow our approach. What we will do, we will simply first of all sort the array. So we are using inbuilt sort method in Java, that is arrays.sort a, that is a is the name of the array. So first of all we are sorting the array, then we are declaring 3 variables. One is count, which will store the number of pairs, then is I starting with 0 index, then is j starting with n-1 index, that is the last index. Now we are running the while loop. And inside this while loop the condition will be I less than j, and if this condition breaks we will come out of the while loop. Now inside the while loop, what we have to do, we have to check 3 conditions, that the current sum, that is the current sum pair, is equivalent to the target sum or not. So if it is equal, then what we will do, we have found a pair, that is count plus plus, and we will do I plus plus because the role of current I is over, and we will do j minus minus because the role of current j is also over. Now this was the first condition. Second condition was, if the current sum is less than the target. If the current sum is less than the target, it means that we have to increase the current sum. And how we can increase the current sum? By simply doing I plus plus. That is increase as our array is sorted, so I plus plus will give the larger value as compared to the current I. So this was the second condition, and the last condition is if our current sum is greater than the sum, or you can say else condition. In this condition, we have to reduce our sum from the target sum, so we will simply do j minus minus. Again our array is sorted, so j minus minus will give us a small value as compared to the current j. So after this loop is over, this count variable will contain the number of pair whose sum is equivalent to the target. After this loop is over, we will simply print system.out.println count. So this count might be 1 or 2. As we have seen in the example, for this particular example the count will be 1, but it can vary with example also. So we will simply print count here. So this was the Java code. I hope it is clear to you. Now let's see the Python code. Python code is similar, just there is a difference of syntax only. Okay, so there is an array. Here we have converted it into a list. So A is equivalent to list. Now we have to take input. First of all, the size of the array, then the values present in the array, and then we have to take the target thing as input. Okay, so these three lines correspond to taking input for three cases: size of the array, elements of the array, and the target sum. Now again what we'll do, we'll simply have called sort function inside the Python library. So a dot sort, it has sorted the input list. Now again we have initialized three variables, that is count, that will store the number of pairs which have the sum is equivalent to the target. Then is left index starting from 0, right index starting from n minus 1, and then we have called the while loop. The condition for while loop is till left is less than r. So again inside this while loop we have checked three conditions. First of all, the current sum is equivalent to the sum. So if this condition is true, then we will do count plus is equivalent to 1, and we will do l plus plus r minus minus, because the role of current L and current R is over, as we have found the pair. Now the second condition is that if our current sum is less than the target sum. So for this condition we have to now increase the current sum. How we can increase the current sum? We can simply increase it by increasing the index, that is left index. L plus is equivalent to 1, because our array is sorted. So L plus 1 equivalent to 1 will give us larger value as compared to original L. Now else is the last condition, where this current sum is greater than the target. Then we have to reduce the current sum. How we can reduce the current sum? By simply doing r minus is equivalent to 1. So after this while loop is over, this count variable will store the number of pairs whose sum is equivalent to the target sum, and in the end of this while loop we will simply print count. It might be 0, it might be 1, depending on the example. So this was the entire Python code. So I hope the Python code is clear to you. Guys, this was it for this video. If you liked the video, please subscribe to this channel. Thank you for watching it.